Guys, the Dragon Tournament is starting in just a few days, and you need to know how to maximize your points. What's going on, guys? I'm GrinchKD. So today we'll be talking about how to maximize your points and the value you get out of the Dragon Turn Attack Tournament. There's a certain type of champion that can absolutely destroy Dragon while keeping your turn count low and giving you some bonus XP for other champions while doing it. So we will be talking about champions like that in today's video. So what you're going to want to do is sort by debuffs. The type of champion we are looking for is a solo champion. We want a champion that is going to solo the dragon. Now, why do you want to solo the dragon? Well, when there's only one champion on your team actually doing something as opposed to 5, you take way less turns, which means you're going to get more points in that turn attack tournament, because the way you get points is by taking as little turns as possible. So obviously the legendary options are going to be much better than the epic options, but there are epics and legendaries that can solo the dragon. And it's mainly going to be poisoners in a regen set or poisoners that have healing in their kits. So a champion like Bad Alcazar is a really good example. We have his A3, which just straight up places 2 poisons and 2 heals, as well as cleanses himself. So he's really good at soloing the dragon. You've got champions like Nishak who can solo dragon stage 10 hard in regeneration gear, although they do have to be in really good builds. So soloing stage 20 is completely fine, which is what we'll be focusing on in today's video. You've also got champions like Myceliac Priest Ornn. This guy is a fantastic soloer. He's also an epic. You just run him in some really tanky healing gear, preferably regen, but I have mine in triple immortal. You've also got champions like Urgrim, another really good solo champion. I've got him in Relentless, but I have emergency heal as his blessing, so it's kind of like a mini regeneration set. Really good. You've got champions like Stalk, who was a fusion a few months back, so a lot of you guys might have picked him up. This guy is fantastic in a regen set. I'm still working on mine, but you're kind of seeing a theme here. You want poisons on the kit, and then you want healing either through the gear set or through the skills, or both. The more healing you have, the better. It just makes things more consistent. That's really what we're going for here. You also have champions like Corvus in the regen set who can do it, Theodore in a regen set who can do it. Again, I've got to work on all these poisoners, but there are tons and tons of champions that can solo the dragon. So first we're gonna take a look at my Bad Alcazar. You can actually see he's not in a regen set. He's one of the champions I would suggest that you actually don't put in regen. The reason is reflex is so much better. 40% chance to reduce a random skill cooldown by 1 turn. If we look at his skills, he's only got 1 skill that actually has a cooldown, and he actually is placing 2 15% continuous heal buffs on himself. So actually, if you math it out, reflex set is actually a better regen set for him. Funny enough, because not only are you going to get more damage through the poisons, you're going to get more healing through this A2. So it's so weird, but actually reflex ends up healing him better than regen would, because you get back to this A2 quicker. Kind of funny. So you're definitely not going to want the regen set on your Bad Alcazar. You could go regen set, it's not going to hurt you, but reflex or relentless is much better, just because you're already going to get tons of healing from this A2 anyway, and you're also going to get more damage from it through the poisons. His aura is nice. If you have brimstone as well, run brimstone on him. It's going to allow you to do a lot more damage to the boss and the adds if they use active skills. Here's masteries. Now, I don't necessarily think masteries for your solo champion are super important. You can really build them however you want as far as masteries go. Just make them tanky, and then if you want to get some more damage, go the offense tree. If you want to get more tankiness, go the defense tree. So you could either go like support, offense, or defense and support as far as like masteries for your solo champions. And then relics as well. You could also throw on a relic if you have one. This one's really good. Golden Elixir is a fantastic relic for any solo champion. Won't throw it on my Bad Alcazar. You can actually see he's in quite old gear. Like, we've got 5-star rings, amulet, and banner. These are pieces that wouldn't even be on my account nowadays. This is stuff that I would sell. You could see like all my stuff in here is like 6-star. I built this guy 2 years ago, and still to this day he solos dragon for me because he is that good. But guys, before we get too deep in the video, we have a fantastic new player starter link down below. If you want to make your first account or your second account or your 75th account, either way, you can hit that link down below. You'll get a free legendary champion in Karato Fox Hunter. If you're on your 75th account, you already know how hard legendaries are to get in this game, so getting a free one to boost your progress from the first second is insane. Not only do you get him, who is a fantastic damage dealer and control champion, but you also get 3 great epics alongside him. A champion in Fayne, who's really good against the clan boss. You've got Vergis, who's good against the Scarab King. In fact, the best against the Scarab King. And then you've got a champion like Romero, who's just a really good support. You get those guys as you level up, so if that interests you, make sure you hit that link down below. He also does it with food. So again, we're just going to showcase Bad Alcazar soloing the dragon. So if we actually go to the dragon, we'll use my Bad Alcazar as an example. Not only do you want to be farming with your solo champion, but you also want to be leveling up food along the way. That way you're just getting more bang for your buck, right? You're getting some XP while you're doing that turn attack tournament, because maybe there's a champion training event around the corner, so you might as well get some champions level up for that. And again, we did mention that there were tons of solo options, so we're just focusing on Bad Alcazar for the point of this video to show you guys what a solo looks like and to show you guys how many turns it takes. So we'll do a super raid here with Bad Alcazar. We're gonna get some free XP. We're gonna obviously get the gear that we get from this. We'll probably just end up selling it for the silver, but you know, worst case scenario, you get some bad gear, so you get silver, XP, and points for the tournament. Best case scenario, you get actually good gear, so you'll get gear less silver, and then XP and points for the tournament. So we can see that these guys are not able to kill Bad Alcazar. He gets the healing from his A1, he gets the healing from his A2, he's damaging them through poisons. Now this isn't going to be like a super quick run, but in terms of turns, it's going to be quite low. We are not going to take that many turns, which means we'll get quite a bit of points for this tournament. Now the time of me recording this, the tournament isn't out, but I wanted to make sure that you guys had a head start on the tournament, and I'll probably end up posting this when the tournament goes live. And you can see solo champions, man. Solo champions are so freaking good. Preferably your solo champion doesn't have a revive on their kit. We don't want to bring these ads back to life. We don't want them taking turns and slowing us down. The fact that the ads are dead is better for us because we are taking less turns. And then of course, champions with more poisons in their kit are going to be better because they're going to kill the enemies faster. Like a champion like Theodore strikes me as really good, but you will need to build him in regeneration gear. So you just have to really think about the type of poison champion that you're using. All right, you guys can see we're on wave 2. We just healed back to full health. So there's really nothing that these guys can do to us. And keep in mind that this is gear that is like 2 years old, like I said, so this is not very good gear, at least in my opinion. Of course, we do have like our Great Hall bonuses and stuff, but my Great Hall is not maxed out. I also don't have any dragon bonuses, so we're not getting any bonuses from Live Arena. All of the ads are dead, and we're probably going to end up winning this in less than 100 turns, which is quite good for one champion on their own. If you're running 5 champions, it would probably take you a lot longer than that in terms of turns, as well as you wouldn't be getting that bonus XP for your food champions. We are going to take that stun there, but we land the Brimstone, and then if Reflex procs, we'll get more of those A2s off, which is going to mean more poison damage, which means less turns. So in my opinion, this is really the most budget way to do these turn attack tournaments is with solo champions. Obviously, you can't solo like Fire Knight and Spider, but for Dragon and Ice Golem, definitely these turn attack tournaments are best done with a solo champion, or I shouldn't say best done, but the easiest way, the most budget way to do them is with a solo champion. Of course, if you have some crazy Seer team, obviously it's going to be a lot faster in terms of turns, but if you've just got one of these really good poisoners, just poison this guy to death, and boom, we are good. You can see we took a big hit of damage there at the end, but still, we got it done relatively safely. We ended up doing it in a little over 100 turns, so 107 turns. Of course, there is some RNG in there with the Brimstone and stuff like that, and obviously the Reflex set. Could be lower sometimes, could be higher. And then we're going to sell these poopy pieces of gear. That's actually not bad for a 5-star. Funny enough, that's not terrible for a 5-star piece, especially with a double rolled crit rate. Those gloves are pretty bad. But hey, not only did we get the silver, we got the points for the tournament, if the tournament was out. It's not out right now. And then we got the XP of the champions. So if you're struggling with these Dragon turn attack tournaments, definitely highly advise you get a solo champion going, just because a team of 5 can be really good, but just having 5 champions taking a bunch of turns just slows you down so much. By the end of it, you know, you've won with like 200 turns and it's like your points just get destroyed. So really, something like this is going to be the most budget option. There are tons of poisoners, tons of champions that can solo the dragon, especially stage 20. You don't need to go for like a super high stage. Stage 20 is going to give you that 5 and that 6-star gear, as well as good points and good XP for your champions. So I hope this video helped you. If you have a question about one of your champions, if you're curious if they can solo the dragon or not, leave them down below and I'll let you know, hey, that champion can definitely solo the dragon if you build him right, or no, that champion's not going to cut it. I love helping you guys in the comments. It's one of my favorite things to do. But yeah, good luck with that dragon turn attack tournament. Hopefully you guys can get that free Cat's Gaze relic or the 5-star Mad Hatter soul if you're going for that, and the Teacup Titan event. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.